A couple of years back, I, for several months, repeatedly debated a woman who used to be the Texas Railroad Commissioner. I'm forgetting her name now. It's been quite some time, but she was a conservative Republican and a very worthy debating foe or partner or whatever you want to call it. And, we would go around and around about various issues. But the Texas Railroad Commissioner's office is actually a very powerful office. Because although it sounds like, hey, they're just in charge of railroads, it was put into place back in the day, right, back in the Gilded Age, and the Texas Railroad Commissioner is also responsible for all the oil and gas stuff that goes on in the state of Texas, which, of course, is the economy of Texas. And so they handle a lot of money and they have a lot of power, that person. And the guy who's the current Texas Railroad Commissioner, Barry Smitherman, is running to be the Attorney General right now, and people take seriously the Texas Railroad Commissioner. And he suggested in an interview with WorldNet Daily, which is the kind of right-wing crazy central, he suggested, and they're still, WorldNet Daily is still promoting birtherism, for example. But anyhow, he in an interview with them, he said that Texas should secede and become an independent nation. So, it being Anything Goes Friday, I'd just like to drop this in, and then I'm going to take your calls here in just a second. But this is my question for you. And if you have an idea or thought or suggestion, I'd like to create a little list here. What do you think life would be like in Texas if they seceded from the United States and became their own country? This is a serious question. Would they criminalize homosexuality? Would they bring back stoning of people? I mean, like killing people with stones who have committed anti-biblical crimes? Would they outlaw divorce? Would they outlaw birth control? How would they handle things like poverty? How would they handle unemployment? Would they do away with unemployment insurance? How would they deal with crime? Would they decriminalize pot or would they double down? What would Texas be like if it was an independent country? Would it end up being basically a narco state or only an oil-o state, with a few Texas oil billionaires running the whole thing? Would it become like an old feudal system? A kingdom sort of country? Serious question. If you were going to, write a history of Texas 40 years from now, if you could get in a time machine, go 40 years out, and Texas seceded from the Union this year successfully and became Rick Perry-stan, or Alamo-stan or something like that, what would you be writing? What would you be saying? This is what happened to Texas. So that's my question to you, and I would love to hear your thoughts on that.